to offense for Vermont.
And a role that she's, very comfortable in and kind of, got filtered back into, and so it'll be important. Vermont had a lot of success in the first game. We'll see if NJIT, who runs a great set right there, gets a point-blank layup that just rolls off the iron, can get it going offensively.
Thuniga made a nice pass, but Trinity Williams missed the bunny, and the Catamounts will start on offense. Gilby to the left, hesitates, finds Olsen just off the elbow, backs down Trinity Williams. Double team comes, bounces it back out for Gilby, and 8 to shoot. Right back inside, Olsen spins and fires.
Anna Olsen, again, didn't rush the first one, relocates, gets that second one, nothing but net, averaging 13.5 points per game. Just has had a great senior campaign.
Left side drive from Gingrich, on the kick now for McGuire. McGuire lobs it inside to Olivia Kulik. And what a season she is having as a freshman. Has a long jumper from threes off the mark. Catamounts grab up the rebound.
Good defense by Vermont, forcing a long contested three as the shot clock was winding down.
Ericson left open because of the double team, and she bangs down a three.
But that was started by the run out by Anna Olsen. They find her, they have to double team, the kick out, the extra pass. Ericson knocks down the wide open triple.
Thuniga lost the luggage on the way to the chin, picked up though by McGuire, and a reset for the Highlanders with 13 to shoot. Williams from the corner, hands back off for McGuire. Emma McGuire spins through the screen, skips into the corner.
Good defense by Vermont right there. I love the spacing that NJIT has. Their offense, well drilled. They know where they're supposed to be, where to go. Just a little miscommunication on the timing right there.
Ericson driving left, picked up by Kulik, decides to reverse it back out for Olsen. Olsen to the free throw line, back out for Ericson, inside for Prieta. Prieta finds Olsen, she's in jail in a double team, kicks out to Ericson, 5 to shoot, she fires away, partially blocked. Enya McGuire got a piece of it, and NJIT gets a big stop. Gingrich got in the key, left it for Williams. Trinity Williams' layup is good.
Attacking the basket not once but twice right there. Trinity Williams gets to the hole, gets to 2. Good defense by the Highlanders in that last possession to create that transition bucket.
Olsen in the corner, back out for Prieta. Gilby. Olsen. Hands back off to Gilby. Gilby gets down low, goes underneath the hoop, and then throws it to Ericson. Scoop had to save it in bounds. Olsen for 3 at the tail end of the shot clock buzzer is good.
What a great play right there. Anna Olsen knocking her 4th triple down. The freedom to shoot it as the shot clock is winding down was pure.
Shades of Iafolia, bigs who can shoot. Driving is Kulik. What great control to keep that basketball in her possession and then make the layup.
Like you said, great body control, great hands to be able to snatch that, go back up, and finish.
Kulik has won 11 America East Rookie of the Weeks as Bellavito's layup won't fall. Rebounded by NJIT.
With the pass, the great athletic save by Ericson. Vito with the extra pass, senior to senior. And the triple for Olsen.
Shooter's got to shoot. And Olsen.
I think if I'm Olsen, I'm going to coach. Coach, we got to put that in the playbook now.
Vito pulls it back out inside for Prieta. Prieta double team. They kick it out to Gilby. She'll fire away from 3, and that's off the mark and no good. Rebounded by Enya McGuire. Kulik. Williams at the elbow. Aria Myers. Stolen away by
a pure scout type of situation to where she knew where that pass was going and almost got a steal going the other way.
5 to shoot. Gingrich inside. Williams just turns and fires. Drew iron. And then a foul going to be called here.
Williams does a nice job of beating the shot clock right there. Almost got it to go in off the glass.
Olsen turns to face. Kulik comes over for the double team. Back out for Hansen, left open for three. That's good.
Instant offense right off the bench. You double team, you leave Hansen. She knocks down that triple. She's got one. Erickson's got one. If they're making those, it's going to be a lot of great honors around there. Cooper's so good, trying to hold on to that #1 seed. Kulik, you can see how she wins those accolades on display here in the Catamounts defense on lockdown early as they forced 3 turnovers in the first 5 minutes.
Great backdoor cut by Bellavito. Great find by Anna Olsen.
The 5th field goal for Vermont, 5 assists for Vermont.
Handoff here, turning the corner is Gingrich. Reverses back for Kulik. Trying to throw it inside. First row with good hands.
Good hands keep the game moving. Want to keep it flowing.
That's it. Get it back into play. Nice cut down the middle. Prieta got there, but just a touch late.
She's at the line for 1.
Great catch, for sure.
It almost seemed like it was an accident that she threw it up to the rim after the contact, but they counted the bucket. Little full court pressure by NJIT after the free throw make and 3-point play. Hansen driving, step back jumper from the free throw line is good.
It's just a nice play by Hansen, getting into the lane, pulling up mid-range after she knocked down that triple. She had 19 against NJIT the first time they played. Off to a good start here this evening.
Gingrich driving, missed the layup. Rebound picked up by Bellavito. Vito head up in transition, kicks to Hansen in the corner, right inside Prieta. Prieta turns, trying to find Olsen. Good active hands by Dogs. Back the other way comes Cannon. Cannon missed the layup. Rebound down low, picked up by NJIT in the reset. Dogs for Kulik. Kulik driving to the right. Has to kick it out. Now Myers, 7 to shoot. Myers, top of the key for Gingrich. She fires away. Does not draw iron. Catamounts secure the rebound.
Great blockouts by the Catamounts right there.
Gilwey for Olsen. Malia Len set to check in with Ericson at the table. Bellavito for 3. That's good. Long 2, should have known.
Going underneath the screen right there, Bellavito stepping back, knocking it down.
Kulik for Cannon, round the horn to Gingrich. Back to Kulik, guarded by Prieta. Kulik on the kick out. 3-point jumper, no, as Aria Myers misses. Catamounts Vito in transition once again. Prieta lobs it inside. Olsen kicks out. Hansen puts it on the deck to the left. Continues down to the block. Finds Prieta for a layup that's good.
Talk about the offense. Yeah, again, the recognition of both Olsen and Prieta to get it out. With that double team, it's really been coming from the other big. And they've just been really crisp in their decision making.
Faniga to the tin, won't fall. Another contested shot. Another rebound for the Catamounts defensively. Bellavito inside for Olsen, outside Ericson. Right back inside to Anna, turns, puts it on the deck. Double team, finds Hansen in the key for a jumper. That won't fall. And the rebound taken by the Highlanders.
Nice cut by Hansen, good find by Olsen. Nothing doing now.
McGuire almost dribbled herself into trouble. Kulik down the lane.
Olivia Kulik.
Good offense right there. One thing that's been impressive by both teams, nobody stands still. Everybody's been moving, and that's been leading to some good opportunities around the basket.
Ericson one ball fake into a jumper that's good.
The shot fake right there, the defender flies by. One dribble, the pull-up is good.
Thuniga, nice stop-start move off the window and good.
That's a pretty move right there. Patient in the lane, the step through, using the window, getting the 2.
Alejandra Thuniga's on the board. Her first bucket of the evening. 21-11, Catamounts in the lead. 30 seconds left to go in the first quarter, 15 to shoot. Hansen bounces out for Olsen, 8 to shoot. Olsen just drives down the left side of the lane, leans, can't finish. Almost had her own rebound to Ericson, out for Hansen, right back to Ericson in the corner for 3. That's good.
Great extra effort, extra pass back. Ericson knocks down that triple. Vermont could have held for 1, but why not when you get that good look for 3?
Wow. Great defense by Ericson.
From 3, 8 points, just a very efficient first quarter for Vermont. 10 of 15, 4 of 6 from behind the arc, shooting the ball tremendously.
Gilwey had her shot blocked from the side. Good defense there by Enya McGuire. Thuniga.
Only the 3rd foul called in the game, as there was 1 against each team in that first quarter.
Hansen hands off for Ericson. Ericson drives to the left, pulls it back out, gets to the baseline and skips it out for Gilwey. Prieta kicked it out. Malia Lenz for 3. That's off the mark and no good. Thuniga across midcourt, picked up by Ericson. Kicks out now for Myers. Myers stops at the free throw line, guarded by the Catamounts. Hansen, who almost had hands on that. Myers cutting, missed the... Thuniga to inbound, and she ran out of time.
Over for NJIT.
Well, a much better first quarter for the Catamounts than they had at UMass Lowell. And that was the very definition of a slog on both sides, really. They trailed 5-3 at the end of the first. As Malia Lenz cutting to the hoop, she'll go to the free throw line to shoot 2. Lenz's first is Lenz helping Anna Olsen get a breather here to start the second. Lenz's second is good as well. Lenz kind of brings that, kind of what we were used to seeing from Delaney Richardson a year ago, a chance to play inside in the high-low game with Prieta or Olsen, but also able to stretch defenses by stepping out. Long jumper far side off the mark by McGuire. Rebound goes into a sea of bodies, eventually comes to Ericson, and the Catamounts are out in transition 3-on-3. Gilwey trying to get it inside to Prieta. That was blocked, good active hands by McGuire. Now Lenz down.
First personal, first team foul.
Good call right there.
Kulik. Top of the key for Williams. Thuniga. Now guarded by Ericson, trying to go to the left. Spins under, flipped it toward the front of the rim, no good. Williams got the rebound, but threw it away. Malia Lenz.
Going to the basket, so right book, wrong chapter right there.
Bellavito long jumper, that's good. A 2.
Now 3 of 4. The long range jumper, automatic for Bellavito.
Well, she's got more 17.5-foot 2-point jumpers than I've ever seen. Inside and a foul down low. Allison Cannon checks back in. McGuire to inbound. Gingrich reverses. Inside Williams. Williams turns to the right and lays it in.
That's a great move by Williams. No double team. Felt where the defender was and was able to go right up and finish.
Bellavito turns the corner and a Prieta screen. Gilwey. Inside Prieta again. Skip pass for Bellavito. Skip now for Ericson. Ericson drives, hands it off Prieta. Prieta's jumper was blocked. Kulik got a piece of it.
Good rotation right there by NJIT. Defensively, good stop. Nothing easy for Vermont on that play.
Cats leading 28-15 in what has been a low-scoring second quarter so far. Williams turns and fires off the back of the
Didn't know it was coming after the bounce.
And then didn't realize that it backed off again after she didn't pass.
Correct.
It backed off again.
The contact was there, and then it was gone.
Quickly to knock that one out of bounds. Ericson skips it in to Olsen. Olsen for Bellavito. NJIT's defense has really picked up as Olsen, nothing you can do to defend that.
No, and it's so deep enough to where you can't double team, and she squares up like that and has that range. She's got 7 points tonight. They're just good. It was a calm offensive segment. It wasn't rushed by Vermont as they forced another turnover.
Williams trying to throw a back cut. Ended up behind her teammate, so the Catamounts picked that off. Prieta inside for Olsen, turns to face Williams again. Dribbles inside, tried to lob it out for Hansen. Ends up going.
Led to stops per se, but so close to getting a bunch of steals, but creates a turnover there. High energy and very active. A lot of deflections here.
Kulik for McGuire. Gingrich, eventually for Kulik in the left corner. Popping out his Dogs. Dribble drive by Cannon, stops it inside the elbow, fires a shot that's no good. More good defense by the Catamounts this time. Ericson goes round the back into the hoop, drops it off for Vito, who reverse layups at home.
Great push by Ericson, no one stops the ball. The drop off and the reverse by Vito for 2.
32-15, Cats in the lead. Gingrich long 3, rattles in and out, no good. Rebounded by the Highlanders. Kulik, she'll fire away from 3. Does not connect. Ericson pushes ahead for Vito. Vito to a cutting Prieta, 1 dribble off the window and good.
Just a nice play, finding the trailer. Prieta, the 1 hard dribble and finish. The balance, scoring-wise, for Vermont, so impressive here in the first half as well.
Long jumper by Cannon, no. Rebounded by the Highlanders, but stolen by Prieta on the outlet pass. Bellavito keeps control for Prieta. Couple of jab steps from Nicola. Hansen has a lane, blocked. Good coverage by Dogs.
They're 0 of 8 from behind the arc here this evening.
Cats lead 34-15. 3:45 left to play until halftime. Malia Lenz top of the key for Bellavito. Inside for Anna Olsen, turns and fires another jumper that's good.
She now has 9 isolated from 15, 17 feet on that America East emblem. Just too tough to stop right there.
Good ball move by NJIT. Madeline Dogs drives, try to kick it back out to Gingrich. Nice crossover by Cannon, gets inside and lays it in with the left.
That's a great move by Cannon. She had a couple of assists. That's her first bucket. Always looking to make something happen. Gets to the lane and finishes.
Little overcorrection by NJIT as they all kept moving to the right. Bellavito stepped back to the left and knocked down a jumper. She's got 10. Dogs driving on Lenz. Lenz shuffles the feet, stays in front, strips it away. Good job by Malia Lenz defensively.
Great active hands right there.
Emma Hahn. Hands off now for Gilwey. Olsen. Driving to the right. Up, under, blocked. Good defense played there by Williams, but getting it back was Olsen. On the kick out, 10 to shoot. Lenz for 3. That's off the mark and no good. Rebounded by the Highlanders. Gingrich. Thuniga. Dogs driving to the right. Picks up her dribble. Almost
for NJIT.
Gilwey. Hansen. Emma Hahn. Back to Hahn. Lenz in the final 2 minutes until halftime. Misconnects.
Right now, NJIT will get the ball to start the second half. You know, score, stop, score, build a little momentum, see if you can get this under 15.
Prieta.
She loves to play this game. It's a pleasure to see.
I always say who has more fun than you and I doing this. Nicola Prieta might
Her.
be the one.
Yep.
Inside on the kick out. Myers with 8 to shoot. Trying to break down Lenz. Pulls into a jumper. Short, no good. Rebounded by Lenz. Another good piece of defense from Malia Lenz and a great box out after the shot. Prieta puts it on the deck. Kicks it out for Lenz. Lenz hesitates, drives, scoops, and finishes.
Nice play right there. Missed her last couple of threes. Didn't settle. Puts it down. Left hand. Nice finish.
Trinity Williams almost lost the handle. Got it to a teammate, though. Now a long three-pointer here off the mark and no good. Myers thought maybe she was hit on that play. .40 seconds left until halftime. Emma Hahn for 3, and that is off the mark and short.
Good block out by Cannon right there.
Pass ahead. Williams was running the lane. Hahn got in the way. His first action of the evening. Inbound to Williams. Puts it back into the hands of Gingrich. Gingrich skip pass. Dribble drive by O'Rourke. O'Rourke got inside. Finished. And O'Rourke with a nice move.
And that's a tough move, kind of fading away from the basket as the free throw is just off the mark and Vermont can hold for 1.
Shot clock unplugged with 14 seconds left to play. Gilwey.
It's a 16-6 quarter for Vermont. They want to build on it on this last possession.
Gets the screen from Prieta. Fires a long jumper. That's off the mark and no good. Sarah Lazar with an offensive rebound to Prieta at the buzzer. It's a combination of players to figure out that catamount defense, and really didn't put it all together in that first half. What do they want to do in the second half here?
I mean, as crazy and simple as it may sound, got to make some shots. And you know, just gotta keep running your offense and put the ball in the basket.
Just a couple of layups early. I won't call them easy layups because Vermont's done a really nice job of contesting just about everything that NJIT's
hung on the rim and rolled off. Could have got your momentum going, and like instead of like, uh-oh, here we go again against Vermont. Hopefully that wasn't the case, but Vermont you know, has been pretty dominant here this evening. Great block out, contest. See what NJIT can do in transition.
Finiga. Just a bucket in the first. Williams here. That makes that layup.
That's a nice play. Again, getting her inside. She's got 6 on 3 of 5 shooting.
Bellavito steps into a jumper. That's good.
Mid-range automatic. 6 of 7 right there. Just look so easy, so confident right there.
I was just going to say, for someone like Bellavito who works so hard at the game, she does occasionally make it look very, very easy. Ball's on the floor, jump ball called. Cats will get this one back.
Good start to the second half. Little pressure. Want to advance the ball up the floor, get it to the get it going side to side, take advantage and get a layup.
Olsen off the low block. Guarded by Kulik. Olsen, bounce pass. Ball fake by Prieta. Prieta stripped by Williams. And Finiga comes away with it.
Thought she had a good look at a little mid-range jumper initially.
So NJIT early on here goes right to their next 10, next 5. They've played all 10 again. Less than 2 minutes into the second half. Prieta down the lane, spins it out for Gilwey, who keeps it in bounds for Vito. Vito trying to throw it down low. Good defensive step back there by Aria Myers.
Defense has been good, but both offenses have been sloppy in the first 2 minutes in the first few possessions.
Long jumper near side, no good as Reese Vaughn let that one fly. She'll actually be the 11th player to have checked in for NJIT. Bellavito hands it off for Anna Olsen, who lays it in. A great job by Bellavito to slide away from that defender and not run into her for a charge.
Just playing to open space.
On the kick out, Myers. And then Bellavito just a little too.
Stay in the plane.
Alejandra Thaniga is actually walking and back and forth behind the NJIT bench. You have to wonder if she's at 100%. As the Catamounts once again force another turnover. Ericson Gilwey across the middle with the help of Prieta. Catamount offense out of sorts a bit here. 8 to shoot. Bellavito. Nice step around and play by Myers.
It's got to be the third turnover here in the second half. Good anticipation. Good job reading where the ball is going to be going by the Highlanders right there.
Vaughn. And a traveling.
Playing is on par. Just the way taking care of the basketball has not been there for either side.
46-21. Just about 4 minutes into this second half. Hannah Olson hands off for Hansen. Hansen at the elbow, back inside. Olson double team, turns away from it. Jumper short, no good. Rebounded by the Highlanders.
Myers has done a really nice job on the defensive end, getting steals, did a nice job defending Olson right there.
Jumper by O'Rourke is no good. Catamounts in transition. On the kick out, Hansen for three. Good!
Little window right there.
As a
struggle in the half-court set, get out in transition, use the glass, and knock it down.
O'Rourke for three. That's good with the answer.
Maybe she's got 5 right there with the answer.
Hansen hangs and knocks down a jumper.
Another Catamount in double figures.
Hansen 19 last time out, 19 last time in Newark against the Highlanders. Played good straight-up defense there. Catamounts coming with a rebound. Scoop Ericson on the move. On the kick out. Gilwey for three. That's no good. Engelby to Dogs. Madeline Dogs. Hands back off for Engelby. Dribble drive, O'Rourke ran right into Malia Lenz, who stole it away. Lenz has had a couple of nice defensive plays with active hands. Now she's trapped on the sideline.
21 in the third quarter. Sarah Ericson, 8 points, 10 rebounds.
Got Gilwey with an elbow jumper that's good. I think that's been one of the more impressive parts about the Catamounts so far, is their short and mid-range game has been really good in this one, not relying on the long distance three and creeping in when they can to knock down jumpers.
Yeah, just taking what the defense gives you.
Long three off the mark and no good by NJIT. Malia Lenz bounces it out now for Gilwey. Gilwey on the move. Hesitation, tried to throw it to the outside. O'Rourke got in the way of that, but Lazar comes in to clean it up. Sarah Lazar checks in for the final 30 seconds of the first half, and Hansen was...
Always has a nose for the basketball and makes the right play.
Inbound, Hahn, jumper. That's off the side of the stand.
Good trail defensively by NJIT right there. Forced that tough shot.
O'Rourke. As Mike Lane sticking with his second 5 here, even after the timeout. Reese Vaughn for Myers. Aria Myers with 8 to shoot. Skips it far side. Madeline Dogs just got tangled up in the feet. Lazara races it for the block shot. As that rebound chance by Engelby was taken away. Hansen hesitates to the free throw line. Backdoor cut. Lazar finishes what she started with the block.
Continual movement. We've seen it all game long. But Lazar right there, the block, running the floor, that roars down the lane and gets the bucket.
Myers. O'Rourke. Dogs. Ducks the shoulder, leans, can't get it to fall. Lazar with another rebound. Out in transition. Hahn runs right to the corner. She's found. Long jumper. Off the mark, too strong, no. Along with Kulik. Catamounts get Bellavito back in the game, and she's got the basketball. Bellavito for Lazar.
Had the right intention right there, but as you mentioned, that right foot just gave way a little bit.
Kulik cut off by Lazar. Long jumper by O'Rourke is off the mark. Rebounded by Emma Hahn. Hahn ahead for Bellavito. Bellavito's got some room. She'll fire a jumper. That's in and out, no good. Hansen able to tip it away. Stole it from O'Rourke. Hansen driving. Can't finish as it hung on the rim. Terrific move by Hansen, who found the daylight and drove left. And that just would not fall inward. Williams down low. And a foul. First free throw is Williams second on the way. 8 points now for her.
The lefty knocking him down from the free throw line.
Bellavito directs the traffic for the Catamounts on offense, leading 55-26. 100 ticks on the clock in the third. Emma Hahn off the mark and 1 or 2 right from the get-go when she comes in.
Just got to keep firing. I totally agree with you. That's what she does. She's a shot maker. Just got to keep having that confidence and believe the next one's in.
What did the old wise coach Brennan say?
When you're off, shoot till you're on.
There it is. Leaner Kulik. Tough shot won't fall. Story of the night for NJIT.
Yeah, they had 13 points in the second and third. Getting good looks, just not able to capitalize.
Vito has Lazar. Intercepted and taken away. Trinity Williams there again.
More active hands, good defense.
Thuniga for 3. That's off the mark and no good. Rebound fought for on the baseline. Lenz has it. Tank. Williams leaned into Thuniga to inbound once again. 6 seconds came off the shot clock there. Thuniga driving to the left, and another foul whistled on the Catamounts. Her first
5 right now, but as you mentioned, is behind the bench, drinking a lot of water, Gatorade. You wonder if, like you said, she's not up to 100% here this evening. Hopefully she's all right, though.
Lenz for Hansen with 30 seconds left to play. Top of the key, Gilwey for Malia Lenz. Lenz down the left side of the lane, stops there, skips it out. Gilwey for 3. Off the mark, no good. Long rebound, and Malia Lenz was wiped over. She kind of leaned and wiped out Malia.
Unlucky bounce, long shot, long rebound.
Gilwey pulls it back out as the shot clock is unplugged. 10 seconds left to play in the third. Catamounts leading 55-28. Gilwey to Lazar, trying to run down the lane.
NJIT like a off Vermont and then hits an NJIT player and goes.
Tips and out of bounds. 4.1 seconds left. Thuniga. In and out, no.
Start the fourth quarter.
Vermont women's basketball on Instagram and Facebook events for the latest news, updates, and scores.
And Vermont, Bellavito with 12, Anna Olsen 11, Kira Hansen 10, Sarah Ericson 8 points, 10 rebounds.
Nice moves down low by Reese Vaughn.
Her first bucket. Nice move, get to the rim, finish.
Skip to Vito. Ericson now. Needs a bucket for a double-double. Olsen with 8 to shoot. Finds Vito.
Great pass by Anna Olsen. Bella Vito, always moving, gets that layup. She now has a game-high 14.
Thuniga trying to turn the corner to the left. Stopped by Ericson. Spins. Ericson keeps her in jail. And
Down, walling up, forcing the turnover.
Prieta, top of the key, just right uniform. Not sure Bella Vito's ever going to be that tall.
She's athletic, but I'm not sure about that one.
Kulik to the rim, can't get it to fall. And again, that kind of night for the Highlanders, even when they get looks, they're just not falling. Bella Vito just inside the three-point line. That's off the mark and no good. Great box out there by Reese Vaughn. Thuniga for Vaughn.
NJIT has done a lot of good stuff here tonight. They just haven't done what is so important in this game, put the ball in the basket.
Trinity Williams spins and fires. Catamounts grab up that miss. Ericson step back three. That's good.
The double-double for Scoop Ericson right there as she pulls it back. Lets it fly, 11 points, 10 rebounds. Just has had a tremendous evening.
And she's really becoming a weapon for the Catamounts in conference play. You know, get here as a grad transfer, learn the system. As that one's nearly turned over, Trinity Williams, shot blocked. And then start to find your role within that system. And she has done that as Prieta down low, lays it up, can't get it to fall. Kulik. O'Rourke. Back inside. Spinning shot won't fall from Kylie Welsh.
Welsh had good position right there. Nice move. Just another shot rolling off the rim.
Olsen down the lane, up, under, and in.
Once a game, I'm always just in awe of her footwork and her balance right there. Just so poised, possessed, and the ability to finish.
O'Rourke bottled up by Ericson, held possession. Cats will get the basket. Some light full court pressure being brought on by NJIT. Catamounts get through that. Bella Vito. Hansen at the free throw line. Prieta knocks down a jumper.
Was looking. Nobody played her.
You leave me with no choice.
Knock it down.
Driving, Kulik finishing.
To a 17th win and some scoreboard watching to see what happens between Albany and UMBC.
Catamounts once again break the press off of the timeout by NJIT. Bella Vito. Malia Lenz. Guarded by Kulik. Hands off to Hansen. 8 to shoot. Hansen in the key. And Olsen goes to work. 3 seconds left. Trying to work it out, and it's stolen away. Possession for NJIT, so no whistle. Bella Vito steps in front and steals. Ericson for 3. Rattles in and out, no good. Kulik with the rebound.
Good work by Bella Vito right there to step in front of that. Ericson, the wide open jumper. Just off the mark.
Kulik. Ericson with a double-double. 11 points and 10 boards. Sarah Lazar. Career high for her rebounds. We looked it up just to see if 10 was close. 19. That's a pretty good rebounding day. Cordia for a jumper from the free throw line.
Nice little play right there. Knocking it down from the elbow, the mid-range.
Kulik with a big three-pointer from the top of the key.
A 40% three-point shooter, Kulik. Finding the range from long distance right there with that triple.
Inside, Lazar with a sweet hook.
Nice move by Lazar. Looked like she lost the ball, but the official says the ball got knocked out of her hands and she'll take it, the beneficiary for the two.
Good defense by Malia Lenz. Again, she's had a couple of nice defensive plays. Albany has put some distance between themselves and Bryant. Or pardon me, and UMBC. 43-33 with 4:50 left to play in the third. So still some time to go there as the Catamounts do some scoreboard watching, needing a little help as a driving layup is good by Cannon.
That's a couple of times tonight Cannon's been able to get, to the back.
On the floor. Cordia. Devin Yard. Significant minutes for some bench players here in the final 3.5. Hahn with it. Malia Lenz. Lazar. Yard with 4 to shoot. Yard's got to hurry. Stops. Back to Cordia, who just fires on the touch and knocks down a big 3.
When it's your night, it's your night. No panic, every second on the shot clock, and the triple goes down.
And that's one of those, if you're a Highlander fan or player, it has been that kind of night. Some of the shots that normally would go in for NJIT all through the first 3 quarters, it did not. And then that from Cordia. In and out for another one. Malia Lenz with the rebound. One too many dribbles. And she lost the handle. Lazar on the floor. Get it back on Cordia. Literal catch and release.
Talk about great court awareness. Great presence, understanding. Catch it, let it fly.
O'Rourke. Guarded by Cordia. Driving right to the chin and finishing as Olivia O'Mealy.
Nice move by O'Mealy right there. Right down the lane, soft touch off the rim.
Knocked out of bounds by NJIT. Emma Hahn. Turns the corner to the left, reverses back out for Yard. Good anticipation by her.
Great anticipation, almost had that to go the distance.
2 minutes remain in regulation.
Lazar. Cordia with 2 to shoot. Back to Lazar. Knocks it down at the end of the shot clock buzzer.
The end of the shot clock, so kind to the Catamounts in the 4th quarter here.
When you got it going on, you got it going on. And the Catamounts right now do just that. Malia Lenz steps in. Good defense. O'Rourke missed. Got her own rebound. But then she was fouled.
A nice job by O'Rourke on that last play to stay with it.
And checks out. Cannison with some nice moments in this game, both offensively and defensively. Skipped ahead for Risden. Back out for Yard. Lazar steps out. Lazar in the corner, driving to the right. Had her shot blocked. Good job.
Away. Vermont gets it out of bounds underneath with 10 to shoot.
Lazar takes the inbound pass, gives it right back to Yard. Yard, jumper, count it. Devin Yard.
Another mid-range pull-up for the Catamounts. Nice athletic play by Yard.
Yard's first field goal of her career. She had a free throw make earlier in the season. Foul down low. 7 total points.
Coming in off the bench. Nice to see those players cash in on those opportunities. They put in a lot of work, a lot of practice, and the ability to capitalize. It's nice to see.
Alford in the final 30 seconds, stripped away by Cardea, and then she was hauled down from behind.
By the Catamounts here tonight.
Yard across midcourt. Being defended by O'Rourke. Nice step in by Alford. Alford will take it coast to coast for a layup.
Second time she's gotten into the lane. Knocked the pass away the first time, went out of bounds. This time she hits the steal, goes coast to coast for the easy 2.
Yard will just dribble it out here in the final 3 seconds of this one. The Catamounts jump out early.